Yo, what's going on, guys? Dewobs here. Welcome back to a brand new video here on the channel, and we finally have official news from Marvel Rivals about Season 5. Dates on when the Season 5 trailer are going to be, dates on when the early access streams are going to be, and a bunch of clues from all over the place. But to start with, the first, finally, official post from Marvel Rivals, and it's about Season 5. It's this tweet right here, which says some bonds are forged in battle, others are written in destiny, with a ring emoji. And then it says Gambit and Rogue are tying the knot, a duo defined by danger, devotion, and unstoppable chemistry. When love meets power, the world takes notice. Tomorrow, the story takes center stage, and we warmly invite you to join us in celebrating this special day with this photo, which is an invitation to Gambit and Rogue's wedding. So Season 5 was exactly as we were leaked many months ago by XOX Leak, is going to be themed around love and the eternal touch of romance, starting off with Gambit and Rogue's wedding. And here is the image. We can see the invitation is on a playing card. We have the X-Men logo in the bottom left, and it says you are cordially invited to the wedding of Anna Marie and Remy LeBeau. Season 5, Love is a Battlefield, on the 11th of November 2025, meaning the trailer should be dropping on the 11th of November 2025, which is tomorrow. You have one more day to wait, ladies and gentlemen. And then it says the venue is Krakoa, so the wedding will happen on Krakoa, and obviously this will be part of the cinematic trailer. We know that the Season 5 trailer doesn't reveal everything. It doesn't reveal all the abilities or the gameplay. What it does reveal is the lore and the setting for the season, and it introduces the characters. So we're going to be having a wedding on Krakoa to kick off the Season 5 trailer. And then it says reception to follow, so wherever the party is after the actual wedding venue, who knows? But I have a feeling this wedding might get interrupted. And then it's signed at the bottom by Anna Marie and Remy LeBeau with a lipstick stain. Now, going back to the teaser image of the wedding invitation, in the background, you can see shadows of 3 chess pieces. Only on the left side, there are 3 chess pieces, a queen, a king, and a rook. Now, this might be teasing a third hero. It also almost certainly is teasing some connection with the Grandmaster, which also links to the Collector and what we believe is the Collector's theme park map, because the Grandmaster is all about his game. And of course, getting the nickname Grandmaster is a direct link to chess. So the fact that there's shadows of chess pieces definitely seems like this is more teasers for the Grandmaster and Collector, making me believe we're almost certainly going to the Collector's theme park. On top of that, the 3 pieces themselves may also resemble heroes. The king and the queen, Gambit and Rogue. I mean, that's gotta be Gambit and Rogue, right? But who could the rook be? Now, the rook could just be symbolic of the villain, but because there's only these 3 pieces on the board, it could be indicative of a third hero. Now, a little bit later into this video, we will talk about a potential third hero and why they might link to Season 5, but this teaser definitely gives away more than you'd first think, almost certainly being ties to the Collector's theme park. Now, of course, we already knew that Gambit and Rogue were coming, as we got to see this image revealed by Marvel Rivals themselves, and also a TikTok ad that also showed a full look at Gambit and Rogue on the way in Season 5. But now we do actually have a theory on the storyline for Season 5 that does match up with this new wedding invitation, and that Gambit and Rogue are getting married at the start of Season 5. And I saw this theory being shared around on the Marvel Rivals Leaks subreddit, and it does actually make quite a lot of sense with everything we've seen so far. Basically, it seems like Marvel Rivals might be following a similar storyline to the Mr. and Mrs. X comic series, where we saw Remy and Anna get married at the beginning of the comics, and then after the celebration of their wedding, they kept getting interrupted. Specifically, it was on their honeymoon, but they were just constantly being interrupted while trying to celebrate and enjoy their new marriage by several villains, and it seems like this could be the storyline for Marvel Rivals Season 5, where we have the wedding and the celebration gets interrupted by a villain, and they're just causing Gambit and Rogue to get involved and deal with the bad guys. And our current theory is that the villain will in fact be the Collector in Season 5 of Marvel Rivals, but also in the comics, Rogue was having problems with her powers, because her power control of stealing people's life forces was becoming hard to control, and it caused a major emotional hurdle in the pair's marriage. But there were multiple solutions to this in the comics, one of which was a necklace created by Beast that temporarily did allow her to regulate her powers and be able to make physical contact with people without wearing her glove. But if you have a look in the image of Rogue that we already have, she is wearing this kind of collar around her neck, And you also see the similar design around her wrists and up the back of her hands. So I think we could be seeing a similar thing in Marvel Rivals, where Rogue actually wears this device that allows her to not have to wear her gloves and allows her to control her powers in a much more stable way and enjoy her marriage. So that would align with the images we've already seen of her, and that would mean for her abilities, she wouldn't necessarily have to wear her gloves and then take them off to use her abilities. She can use them exactly as she desires. And obviously we know that she is leaked to be able to steal abilities, so that would completely tie into all of her kit. Now also in the Mr. and Mrs. X comics, Deadpool actually plays a pretty large part as he shows up on their honeymoon and helps them deal with Cassandra Nova. And the interactions between Rogue, Gambit, and Deadpool are honestly priceless. The fact that Deadpool wants Rogue literally right in front of Gambit, and also Deadpool kissing Rogue to give her his healing factors. You already know one day they'll be playing on all of this in Marvel Rivals. But why even bring this up? Well, that's because that's not the only time Deadpool might have already been referenced in Marvel Rivals in relation to Season 5. Because if Season 5 does link with the Collector's Theme Park map, we already know in the Collector's Theme Park lore, when Psylocke was trapped there, we found out that there was a strange man in red tracking Psylocke down. So if this strange man in red actually turns out to have been Deadpool, when we go back to the Collector's Theme Park map, I'm sure we'll get some elaboration on this lore. So that could possibly tie Deadpool to Season 5 in two ways. One with the Collector's Theme Park and the Psylocke lore, and two with Rogue and Gambit's marriage in connection with the Mr. and Mrs. X comics. And we already got a voice line leaked recently of Deadpool talking to Wolverine on the Collector's Theme Park map. So could Deadpool be the possible third hero potentially hinted by the teaser today? Is Deadpool the Rook? Honestly, I don't know, but could Season 5 be setting up the lore for Deadpool? I think there's definitely a good chance of that. I know you're all so excited for Deadpool, so we have to talk about those possible hints. But now that we know the Season 5 trailer is tomorrow, we did also get some news about when the early access will be for Marvel Rivals Season 5. When are we going to be able to see the streamers play the actual gameplay? Well, Necros has already revealed that he has a sponsored stream on Wednesday, saying that they should be getting early access on Wednesday, which is only 2 days before the season actually drops, but that helps to give us a bit of a timeline for things. So at the moment, it seems like we'll be getting the Season 5 trailer on Tuesday morning, and then a couple hours later, we should be getting the Season 5 dev vision, which will reveal which hero is coming first, along with what role they are, and more info on gameplay changes, maps, as we normally see in the dev vision. And then between Tuesday and the early access on Wednesday, at 2 p.m. Pacific time, we'll likely get the hero trailer showing the first hero's gameplay, and maybe even a skin trailer for the hero as well. And then we'll get the early access, and that's where we'll be able to see the gameplay and the battle pass showcases. So hopefully that gives you an idea of what to expect over this week. Stay tuned on the channel if you want to be filled in on all of the information. Now, for those of you who are fans of Rogue and Gambit, you'll be happy to hear that first off, all signs are pointing to AJ Locascio being the voice actor of Gambit, who does voice him in the X-Men 97 series. And that's because he already voices Gambit in Marvel Mystic Mayhem, which is a mobile game already created by NetEase. So I'm pretty certain that he's going to be voicing Gambit in Marvel Rivals. So it's going to sound super iconic. And then for all you Rogue fans, it does seem like there's a good potential for Lenore Zan, the original voice actress for Rogue, is going to be voicing her in Marvel Rivals. That's because fans noticed she made a post just 4 days ago saying that she started a new job today. And from what she's been hearing, it sounds like a whole lot of us have been waiting on this, saying we should see it for ourselves maybe real soon. So fans are speculating that she is the voice of Rogue in Marvel Rivals, and this was a bit of a teaser post for that. So that'll be absolutely awesome if Marvel Rivals has managed to get these two incredible voice actors. So there it is, ladies and gentlemen. I know we've been waiting like crazy for the Season 5 trailer and just one more day to go, but finally at least we get official confirmation. And piecing together all the theories over the last few weeks seem to make sense so far, with everything kicking off with Rogue and Gambit's wedding. So let me know your theories. Let me know what you're excited for. Which hero do you hope is first? And just so you know, I'm giving away 3 Season 5 Battle Passes over in the comments on a previous video. You can click the video on screen right now, drop a comment on that video, and I'll pick 3 random winners when the season starts to win a Battle Pass. Anyway, that's it from me, guys. I'll see you in the next one. Goodbye.